Hi, and today we're talking about uh, some details of your POS back office interface, specifically about setting up and managing articles. Articles are your menu, those are the things you sell. So, first of all, when you first get your POS and you sign into it, you've set up your account, it comes with a standard database. That's what you start with. So, the first thing you have to do is in your back end, go to location. And what you'll do is you'll put in your location, whatever that is, and address, etc., phone. And in that case, you won't have anything to copy from. So you can put your logo on if you want, but the key here is you save that, create a station, bar, cashier, whatever it is that's your sale point. Okay, we're now ready to go and work on the articles. All right, so I go over here to articles, choose articles. First thing I want to do is select my location up top. When you're first starting, you should have one. I have multiples because this is our demo, but you want to have that one. And this is what your database will look like. This is all the different things that we set up in the standard database, and it's just there. But you'll notice uh, nothing is checked, nothing is visible basically. So what you want to do is, I suggest you start by doing bottled beers. Pretty easy place to start. So let's see. Okay, I'm selling. What are my beers that I'm going to sell? I'm selling Heineken. So I make that visible. You notice the case automatically comes up, and I go in here and I edit this to whatever I'm selling my beers of Heineken for. Commission price here is if you do commission sales, that's the price that will be used for the commission sale. If you don't do commissions, leave it blank. Then it won't allow for a commission on it. You'll notice the cases are already set up, everything's set. You can save. That's ready to go. You've got it. If you get your case of Heineken in a little bit different price, you can go in here and edit the price you buy at. All right. Do the whatever it is here that I need to do, and what I've got them figured, all of those will be if I went into the cashier front, which you can't do yet because I haven't set up a cashier. But if I went in on the beers tab, those would show. Only those two would show, Singha and Heineken. But you can go through this and you can do the draft beer, then do your alcohol pop, do your soft drinks, do your coffees and teas, etc. By doing it by group, you make it very easy to manage what you're looking at. Now, once you've got a setup, then the next thing you're going to need to do um, is to go in to your staff section and create a cashier so you have somebody that can log into the front end. Okay? But I'm going to go back to articles here, and I'm going to switch out of example location. I'm going to go into one of the other demo locations. This is already set up. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can show you a few things. We have in the system, you have multiple kinds of articles: sales, recipe, mixer, stock, non-stock, and timed articles. All right. You can add whatever you like to the starting database. I recommend that if you've got multiple locations, I recommend you start with the location that has the biggest menu, because then what you can do is when you set up the additional ones, you can create your location and you can copy from that biggest one, which means it makes it much easier. You're not adding the information again. It'll be easy to share the data across the different databases. They'll be in the same position, and all you have to do is it's easier to cut it back, just uncheck things so they're not visible, than it is to add things. It's just more work to add things. So we're looking here at Ballyuse's setup, and you'll notice that we have, okay, you've got recipes, and there's the recipe. You can actually see the recipe, exactly what's in that, where it draws from, and the stock items are somewhere down in the system. French fries, whatever it is. Here we go. French fries, the stock for French fries. 200-gram bags of frozen French fries, and an order 100 grams. Whether that's realistic, not the point. Bread. That's a loaf of bread, and it has so many pieces. Here you go, 2 pieces of bread in a package of 20 pieces. BLT uses 2. Everything is designed to make it very easy for you to track what you're using, what your gross costs are, because stock items, part of their system is they've got a buying price. So you know what you put in, what you put. Now, if I try to set up a sales item, here we go. I've just decided I'm carrying Sam Adams. So I put in the information I need to here. I'm not worried about color because that's automatic in the thing. I put in what I'm going to sell it for. No commission, visible, no variable price. It can be on promotion, no cooking options. Now, until I fill all this out, I can't save this. This information over here has to be in place or it won't let me finish. So obviously not everything has to be filled, but you will find out very quickly. And let's say the buying price for a case of Sam Adams in Thailand is this. All right. Now, there it is. It's already set up. There's the stock. You can't set up a sales item without setting up the stock item. But you don't have to do 2 screens. It's all on 1 screen. Very easy. And I'm going to delete this because I don't want to keep. I love Sam Adams, but it doesn't make much sense here. As I've mentioned, this process is very simple. I can set up, most places you can set up the entire menu in about 2 hours, depending on how big, how extravagant your menu is, and how many recipes you have involved. To give you an idea of what these might look like, here are beers. You're going to note this is what shows on the actual beer screen, the ones that are checked green. All sale items because they're all bottles. Pretty straightforward. Spirits, again, pretty much all sales items, and they're linked to various bottles. Non-alcoholic drinks, same thing. Breakfast, okay, these are recipes, and these don't happen to be visible. They're not in this part's menu, but you get an idea of what. Okay. Starters and snacks, again, a recipe for the potato skins. There's more than 1 stock item involved. Main courses, you can see the recipes, very specific, very easy to work with. Bottles of liquor. All right, now this situation I don't have. I'm selling a few. These bottles are actually, you're basically selling a bottle of stock, but it's got to be put in as a sales item. You can't just sell stock. Okay, cocktails. Again, recipes. The recipes are in milliliters. If you're which makes it very easy to use standard recipes from that you can look up. Pull time. Uh, okay, this is wrong. That would show in one of the other venues. So if I change this to ball in hand, pull time, these are timed articles. Now the great thing about timed articles is you basically put in what your selling price is per minute, per hour, or per day, and your minimum. So for example, a pool time 4.5 baht per minute, but a minimum of 70 baht. So you've got to play for a certain. You play for 10 minutes, you're not getting 45 baht. You're still paying 70. Okay, and the way this works is the cashier clicks the article to start it, and then when the customer's ready to they click it, they get a little pop-up menu to put in the finish time, and the system it works really well. And of course, there's a reason if this would be a venue with 7 pool tables, so you can't double sell one table. Okay. Over here, besides the articles, you have the side dish mixers. You actually create your mixers, etc. in here. You can see add bacon, Sprite mixer, etc. But in terms of deciding what article they pop up on, that's where this is. This is creating the pop-ups. So whiskey, all whiskeys, this is the pop-up they get. All rums, this is the pop-up they get. All gins, this one. All vodkas, this one. Cheeseburger has this available. You can create any kind of pop-ups you want. The items on the pop-ups can be either free or they can be charged for. It's real easy to do. Article groups. If you want to create more groups for the cashier screen, this is where you do it. Just add a group, choose a default color, very easy. Management groups. Management groups are not seen by the cashier. Management groups are purely for management to be able to manage their various products, etc., in categories that are comfortable for them. They can change these around, make it whatever. We come with a bunch of default ones that are easy to use, but you can change them to your heart's desire. Unit is the units that you count various items by, and you can add a unit. You can put in what you want here. And the count, meaning what do you count? Are you counting cases of beer, kegs of beer, bottles of beer, packages of frozen French fries, boxes of something, etc. You can you add whatever it is that you count, and when you set up a stock item, that's all set up. Okay, that's an overview of setting up articles. I hope you found that useful. The big key here, if you need to change your price, all you do is go in and change the selling price or maybe the commission price, and that's it. It's really simple. All right, change this to that's it. I've just changed the price. The only thing I now have to do is tell my cashier refresh your browser so that will apply, that she'll see the change. Thank you for your time, and we hope to be doing more business with you. Bye-bye.